Okay, hello. So today, welcome back to this channel. I'm Kevin from KevOMC. This is my Leitz Wetzlar something Elmaron 150mm f2.8. Today I'm still filming on the Nikon Z6. I might be changing this guy out with a Panasonic camcorder soon. Once I get a battery for it, yeah, I have one right there. So this guy, I have talked about this thing on the channel once. Somebody else's channel on mine. This is my own this time, so that's quite nice. I got like 100 plus lenses and a few cameras. Like, if you look at this, you can literally see my floor is full of lenses and cameras. Let me go show you a little picture of how many I have, which is like fucked up, but yeah, you can clearly see gas developing here. Yeah, so that's how many. That's fucked up, I'd say, but so what? Now I have a ton of lenses and cameras to fix, and I'm going to show you how to fix them. Let's see, is this in focus or not? I think that is. Okay, so this, the lights. Also, I have another Leica over here. That's the 2.8. This is the 150mm 2.8. So this actually isn't this big. It's quite small actually. Yeah, this thing. See, it's not that big, but this thing is a helicoid basically. So what it is just a small cylinder with a small C-clip basically that is dented in one side such that it interacts with the helicoid. This thing has no grease, that's why it's not perfectly smooth and quiet, but it is quite a good one. I think this thing is original from Leica, I'm not sure, yeah. And this is quite big, some thread, yeah. I think this thing might be 67mm, I'm not sure, yeah. Let's see just how big this thing is. My vernier calipers are somewhere here, I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's on my bed. Okay, so this thing is, I'm not sure if this thing is the original, but it does seem quite. This thing has a different shim on it, yeah, than this part of the lens, but it is sort of fitting perfectly, so might as well be original, yeah. So this is 55mm, 54.65mm thread. Okay, that's quite an odd size. This, the inner bit is, let's see, inner bit, this to this, okay. The inner bit's like 53.25, so quite some thread this thing here. It's not a standard thread, non-M42, but we'll find how to adapt this thing later. So for now, I'm gonna go and open this guy up to clean the haze and scratches, I think, and also, yeah, this is mostly haze, scratches, and not very much fungi, but let's see what we get. So first you want to open this guy up. I also want to see the optical diagram if I can, yeah. So I need to turn the PC on. My blur here, some fluids. Okay, what's this thing called? This thing is called Leitz Wetzlar 150 mm f2.8 optical diagram. Fuck this Wi-Fi. Wait, the Wi-Fi hasn't connected, so I'm just gonna open this thing, yeah. So the back has nothing in, like, what you call this thing? Nothing to open it in the back, but there is nothing also in the front. So how you open this thing is quite simple actually. You twist the front. Comes out this ring, yeah, over here. Next you can see is optic, which is quite fucking heavy. If it doesn't come out that easily, don't worry, don't tip it over, because sometimes these lenses, they don't have any more rings inside, they just have like small shims. So you want to suction cup them out one by one. Let me go, where the, okay, I see. So this thing has a huge front element, then some concave element, then some large rear element. So this should be quite nice. It's 3 element. No, it's a 4 element in 3 groups. So it's not a triplet. Let's see. Pull this guy out first. Then you can pull this ring out. See, I told you though. If I just tip this thing over, this whole thing will just fall out. Then you have this thing over here. which I will suction cup out to. This is quite a fucking big optic. Okay. Then you have another ring, and then you have the bottommost element, which is supposed to be suction cup out also. There you go. That's your lens unit. So here you have your lens block basically. You want to clean this thing because this thing might have some oil and stuff like that inside. I'm just going to use some lighter fluid. Or maybe alcohol. Let's take alcohol. So, gotta clean the body first. Two, I remember these things like to scratch themselves for some reason. The coatings, yeah. They like to kill themselves. So, I'm not hoping that much from this Elmaron because it is not in good shape. And you see these German coatings don't hold up that well, but we'll have to see. Yeah. So, this is now clean. Look at this blackness on the tissue here, that's the dirt inside. Then you want to put this thing aside. Now you want to clean the optics one by one. Also try to like wipe down the rings, because these things usually have like oil in them. Okay, and this. Nice. This thing has a ton of dust for some reason, yeah? Okay, now let's go and wipe the optics down. So, first you have this guy. Is the haze coming off? No, it is not. Fuck this haze. So like my Zeiss Biotaria, this thing needs to be polished if you want to have a like shiny, clean lens, which is not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave it as stock. You want to find something to put this thing on, which in my case is another Leica lens. This thing is the real element, yeah, so you can just put it like this. Let it fall into the back. Okay. Next you have this guy and this guy. Okay. This you can hold like this maybe, or if not, then you can just push this guy up with something else underneath. So now you want to wipe this element down. This thing has some fungi but not haze, which is a good thing. The rear one I think got eaten by some grease in the helicoid, yeah, so that's not very good. Wipe. Ah shit, touch the optic. Okay, it's quite clean. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this thing here and then make this thing fall on this thing to push the optic up slightly. and put this optic in. And then I'm going to use a plastic tip, yeah, like this card over here, to like slightly nudge the lens into place, which is gonna then make the lens fall straight down. Nice. Now you have this ring. And then you have the frontmost element. This thing has a ton of scratches, so fuck it, man. I think it's pretty much the same as the rear element. Yeah, it's pretty shit, man. Put this thing back in. Okay, now you wanna close this guy down, and then you wanna wipe the rear and the front, and you're done basically, because this is that easy. Front, wipe it down. On the back, and I'm done. This is my head. I mean, which was the thing? Elmaron. Not the best Elmaron out there, but it is at least fungi free. It's not perfect though, yeah. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you liked it, and hopefully I helped you with your Elmaron. I suggest if you get one of these helicoids, put grease in them, but not the type of grease that will evaporate a lot. I use polycoat. You can use anything you want as long as it doesn't smell. Grease that smells will be grease that evaporates, because you can smell the evaporated grease, yeah. So yeah, bye bye. Keep safe.